Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am AirsoftAl, and you have been asking me questions and questions and questions about the idea of no pay to play. And when I posted up on Facebook, a lot of you thought it was basically, oh, you mean like ref for a day, you play for a day? No, it is not exactly like that. In reality, no pay to play is more or less a charitable idea, and I'm glad I'm not the only one who's doing it. Now, mine may be a bit different from those in Massachusetts, Texas, and most of the general area. Now, my idea of no pay to play is something a little bit more heart involved. Yes, you may insert Captain Planet joke of heart by Monty. Nostalgia Critics Monty, anyway. What I mean by the idea of no pay to play is simply because, well, of the background here. Not a lot of people can afford to go to fields, one of them being an hour round trip away from me. Now, but more or less, I got the full scoop about it from the Airsoft ambassador himself, who has been doing this for a lot longer than I have, or anyone to think of for that matter, and his name is Fry the Third. He is a awesome dude, and yes, you may make Futurama jokes. The big thing, though, is that the idea of no pay to play, it comes from a little bit of a background that I like of my Boy Scout days, and I am an Eagle Scout. Through and through, I am an Eagle Scout, for which I will put those ideals head first above anything else. So, what is the idea of no pay to play? Well, as it says, you don't gotta pay to play Airsoft. However, you are still required to fill out the proper forms of paperwork before you can even step onto the field. So that is something a lot of people who will gripe about is automatically swept away under the rug. So, let's continue. You're probably asking the second question, well, how do you make money from it? You offer drinks and concessions at a very, very reasonable price. An example is like $1 a bottle of water, $1 a bag of popcorn, or $1 a bag of chips. Basically something where it's reasonable, but you can still make a profit off of, depending on how big the people come and how many times they keep buying the food and drinks. So there's that. And then finally, the big issue is, what will you do with the money after that day is done? Well, this is where my heart gets bigger than my brain. The original idea that I had written down was, so at the end of the day, after all the money's been counted up and all that, we let the group vote on what the money should be done with 3 categories: community, charity, or the group. Meaning, we can either put the money towards the community by giving them the money towards the city, so the city may do what it needs to be it renovating the park or a community center, giving it to the church, something of that line. Charity being that, we'll have a jar on the side to go to a charity. And if we don't make enough to donate to it that day of play, we'll just let the money build up until we believe it's a good enough substantial amount to give to a charity of our choice. Be it breast cancer, autism awareness, cancer research, the POW Foundation, Wounded Warrior Project, any of those amazing charities, even Toys for Tots. And then finally, the last one, which I know a lot of people are probably going to say, why don't you just leave it to that, is to the group, where we put the money back into the group to buy rental guns, BBs, things like that, to basically sell or basically give to the players at a very reasonable price for however many days for that day of play. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, I'm a total moron for even thinking of such a charitable ideal. The elitist going, oh, you're just a commoner. You don't know what you're doing. Stop talking. While the other half is probably saying, yeah, that's a good idea, but I don't see it actually working. And then there's the middle, where Fry is, where he has seen groups that do this, and yes, it works. There is a no pay to play group in in Massachusetts. I was about to say Minnesota instead of Massachusetts. I don't know why. I guess because there are 2 M's. I don't know. In Massachusetts, there is a no pay to play group where they play on an abandoned farm where there is a barn, equipment, everything like that, and they do the same thing. And granted, they don't do $1 for bottled water and chips. It's more or less like $1.50, maybe $2, give or take, depending on what drink it is. And then, of course, it just continues. Down in Texas, same thing, same deal, except a little bit more different on the prices when it comes to the rentals and BBs. Yeah, it's more or less like $5 for 10,000 or a little less. I'm not sure exactly. But what I do know is that it is definitely charitable. And they do donate money, from what I was told anyway. Or I may have been passing out. I was recovering from a 24-hour bug, in which I am still recovering from another 24-hour bug that's hit me today, so I am sorry if I do seem a bit sickly looking. I am sorry. I'm running a little bit of a fever, but you know what? Progress does not stop. And then finally, the big one. Why am I doing this? Once again, my heart is bigger than my actual brain, so I just want to give back to my community. I want to give back to the community the way I can. Not only that, but ever since announcing the idea, many lands have come forward. One of which having 60 acres, one having 200 acres, another one having 180 acres, and then finally the home fields that we played at when Magnary Airsoft was a thing. And we may play at those fields again. We're actually having a meeting with the Magnary Airsofters of the area and discussing the topic of no pay to play and how to move forward with our community as a future. Well, as a whole, actually, for the future. Again, I'm a little sickly. I'm sorry, guys. So, yeah. The most basic summarization I can give. I'm doing what I'm doing simply because I want to give back. I want to give back to the sport that has helped me. I want to give back to the sport that has brought me so much laughter, so much joy, so much fun. I just want to give back in general. So while, yes, a lot of you in the comments section may hate on me because I'm a little naive or dislike the video, there are others who won't and will probably let their voices be heard in the comments section, either supporting the idea or helping tweak the idea. And I want that feedback. I would love to hear what you guys think about the idea. And would you even do a no pay to play? Or would you just do an airsoft group to help raise money for charity? It's one of those subjects of ethics that you really have to consider. While at the same time, really consider about yourself, your time of day, everything like that. Well, I've spoken my piece. And I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments section. Also remember to like, subscribe, and share the video to spread the idea to among your friends, your airsoft groups, and otherwise. And it doesn't have to be airsoft. Paintball is also another option, as well as, ironically enough, Nerf does this a lot with their groups. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'm AirsoftAl, and I will see you guys in the next video.